What if the idea of having just one soulmate is completely wrong? What if the person you're meant to be with isn't just one but many? Think about it. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant, unexplainable connection? Like you've known them forever, even though you just met? What if that feeling isn't random at all? What if it's something deeper, something your mind can't explain, but your soul remembers? Today, we're diving into a powerful idea that could completely change how you see love, relationships, and the people who enter your life. Imagine discovering that love is not limited to just one person, not one lifetime, not even one reality. What if the people you feel deeply connected to right now are not strangers at all, but souls you've known across centuries? Today, we dive into a fascinating idea that has captured millions of minds around the world, the belief that we don't just have one soulmate, we have many. This idea comes from the groundbreaking work of Dr. Brian Weiss, a psychiatrist who accidentally stepped into a world that challenged everything science thought it knew about memory, consciousness, and human connection. His journey didn't begin with belief, it began with skepticism. As a trained medical professional, he followed logic, data, and clinical evidence. But everything changed when one patient started recalling vivid, emotional memories, not from her childhood, but from lives she claimed to have lived centuries ago. At first, it sounded impossible, delusion, imagination, but the details were too specific, too consistent, and in many cases, historically accurate. Even more surprising, as these memories surfaced, her fears, anxieties, and emotional blocks began to disappear. It was as if healing was coming not just from understanding this life, but from understanding something much deeper. And this is where the idea of multiple soulmates begins to unfold. According to Dr. Weiss, our souls are not on a single journey, they are on a long, evolving path across many lifetimes. And along this journey, we don't travel alone. We move in what he describes as soul groups, clusters of souls, who repeatedly reincarnate together in different roles. In one life, someone may be your partner. In another, they may be your sibling, your parent, your friend, or even your rival. This completely changes how we think about relationships. Think about it. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection? No explanation, no logical reason, just a strange sense of familiarity, like you've known them before. That, according to this perspective, may not be coincidence. It could be recognition, not from your mind, but from your soul. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The idea that we only have one true soulmate is actually very limiting. It creates pressure, fear of loss, anxiety about missing the right person. But Dr. Weiss suggests something far more freeing, that we have many soulmates, and each one enters our life for a different purpose. Some come to teach us love. Some come to teach us patience. Some come to challenge us, even hurt us, so we can grow. And some stay. This means that not every deep connection is meant to last forever, and that's okay. Because the purpose of that connection may not be permanence, it may be transformation. Now imagine how powerful that is. Instead of seeing heartbreak as failure, you begin to see it as completion. Instead of asking, why did this person leave? You start asking, what did this person come here to teach me? This shift in perspective can completely change the way we experience relationships. But let's take it even deeper. In many of Dr. Weiss's sessions, patients didn't just recall past lives, they recognized people in those lives who are still present today. A mother in this life might have been a daughter in another. A best friend today might have once been a spouse. The roles change, but the souls remain connected. It's like a cosmic theater where the actors switch characters, but the story continues. And if that's true, it means every relationship you have right now could be part of something much bigger than you realize. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel unusually drawn to? Who triggers strong emotions in you, positive or negative? who feels like home, even if you just met them. These could all be signs of soul connections that go beyond this lifetime. But here's an important point: not all soulmates are easy. In fact, some of the most important soulmates are the ones who challenge you the most. The ones who push your limits. The ones who force you to face parts of yourself you'd rather avoid. These are often called karmic connections. They're not always comfortable. They can be intense, confusing, even painful. But they serve a purpose to help you grow, evolve, and move closer to your true self. So when you encounter a difficult relationship, instead of immediately labeling it as toxic or meaningless, it might be worth asking, is there a lesson here? That doesn't mean you should tolerate harm or stay in unhealthy situations, not at all. It simply means there may be deeper meaning behind the experience. And then there are the soulmates who feel effortless. The ones where conversation flows naturally, where silence feels comfortable, where you feel seen, understood, and accepted without trying. These are often the souls you've shared many lifetimes, with the connections that have already done the hard work in the past and now exist in harmony. But even these relationships are not guaranteed to last forever. Because the purpose of a soulmate is not ownership, it's evolution. Sometimes two souls come together for a chapter, not the whole story. And when that chapter ends, it doesn't mean the connection was any less real or meaningful. It means it fulfilled its purpose. This idea can be both comforting and unsettling. Comforting because it means you are never truly alone. Your soul is surrounded by familiar energies, even if you don't consciously recognize them. Unsettling because it challenges the idea of permanence. It reminds us that everything in life is temporary, even the people we love the most. But maybe that's what makes it so meaningful. If we knew every relationship would last forever, would we value it the same way? Or is it the uncertainty, the fragility that makes every moment more precious? Now let's bring this back to you. What if your life is not a random sequence of events, but a carefully designed journey of growth? What if every person you meet is part of that design? What if the love you're searching for is not about finding the one, but recognizing the many? This doesn't mean commitment loses its value. In fact, it becomes more meaningful. Because instead of staying with someone out of fear of losing your only chance, you stay because you choose them again and again in this lifetime. And that choice is powerful. It transforms love from destiny into conscious connection, from something you fall into something you build. So the next time you feel a strong connection with someone, don't rush to label it. Don't immediately try to define it as the one or not the one. Instead, be curious. Be present. Ask yourself, why has this person entered my life right now? Because whether they stay for years or just a moment, they may be playing a role your soul has been waiting for. And maybe, just maybe, you've been waiting for them too. In a world that constantly tells us to chase perfection, to find the one flawless partner who completes us, this idea offers something different, something more human, more flexible, and more compassionate. You are not incomplete. You are evolving. And the people you meet are not missing pieces, they are fellow travelers. Each one walking beside you for a part of the journey. So instead of searching desperately for one perfect soulmate, maybe the real magic lies in recognizing the many connections already present in your life. The friend who understands you. The stranger who changes your perspective. The person who breaks your heart but opens your eyes. All of them matter. All of them shape you. All of them, in their own way, are soulmates. And if this idea is true, then love is not rare. It's everywhere. It's in every connection, every lesson, every shared moment. You don't have just one chance at it. You have many. Across time, across lives, across the infinite journey of your soul. And maybe the most important question is not, who is my soulmate? But rather, what am I meant to learn from the souls I meet? Because in the end, It's not about finding someone who completes you. It's about becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be. And along the way, you'll meet many souls who help you get there.